Testing 1 2 3. Test 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 test. Testing 1 2 3. Test 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 test. Test 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 test. Testing. There we go. Test test testing 1 2 3. Getting ready to get started here in Jao, New Mexico. Eunice versus New Mexico Military Institute. Testing mics. Test test test. Testing 1 2 3. Test 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 test. Testing 1 2 3. In Jao, New Mexico, getting ready for the Eunice versus New Mexico Military Institute Panther Invitational basketball game here. Testing mics. Test test test.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jao, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jao, New Mexico. I'm Jimmy Jones. Alongside today, I've got Marty Rodriguez assisting me on camera duties. Charlie and Rosendo were unable to make it today, so we appreciate the Jefe of all the Jefes at El Jefe Inc. helping me today with the camera. So we appreciate you listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Once again, we're here in Jao, New Mexico today, as your Eunice Cardinals will be facing the New Mexico Military Institute Colts here in a Panther Invitational final day basketball game. The Cardinals come into this game with a record of 5-4. The Colts, they don't post much of their stuff on Max Preps at all, so the record in Max Prep showed 1-1, so there's very little information on there for them whatsoever. Yesterday's game saw the Cardinals pick up a loss. They lost yesterday. Ashton Thompson had a big game for the Cardinals yesterday with, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points. And Billy Blevins had 5. Jorge Gomez had 6, 7 points. So we're getting ready to get started, and here we go. There's the tip-off. The Cardinals control the tip-off, and so Eunice will have the basketball to start this ball game. Garcia with the ball near the top of the key. He's going to do a little spin move, cuts through the middle, almost loses control, keeps it in his hands, kicks it back out to Blevins. Blevins near the top of the key. Blevins going to head to, that's Thompson, going to head over to the left side. He's going to drop it down low to Gomez, and the ball gets deflected out of bounds by the Colts. I believe that's number 12. As most of you know, I'm getting old, and if I don't put my glasses on, I can't see nothing anymore. I believe that was number 12. Number 12 is McCargish. There's a shot that goes up and won't go in by one of the Gomez's. We got the Twin Towers, the Gomez's. Here comes Nimi quickly back the other way. They swing it over into the corner. It'll take me a quarter or so to get their names down where I can get them without having to look down every time a different number has the ball. So Gomez with the rebound kicks it up to Garcia. Garcia swings it down to Blevins. Blevins with a dribble drive, has it slapped away, but Garcia comes away with it for the Cardinals. He's going to dribble it out and set it up. Kevin Garcia, the junior, He passes to the right, cuts through. Got a little wheel action going on the offense. Thompson kicks it out to Blevins. Blevins back out to Gomez. Gomez with a pull-up, mid-range. It won't go. And we've got a whistle on the floor. It's going to call White 3. That's Kevin Garcia. They're going to call him for his first foul of the ball game. 6:57 remaining here in quarter number 1. We got a 0-0 ball game. NMMI attacking, looking to drive to the basket. They throw up a shot, it won't go. Kevin Garcia comes away with the rebound, and he's pushing quickly. The Cardinals bring it across the timeline. Garcia with the ball in the middle of the floor. Swings it out to Blevins on the right wing. Thompson trying to cut through. He does. He gets open. They give him the ball. He pulls up for the mid-range high arcing rainbow shot for Ashton Thompson, son of Nick. He drops it in for 2 points, and the Cardinals get on the board first, 2-0. NMMI comes back quickly the other direction. Their shot is up and no good. And Thompson going to come away with the rebound, and here he comes pushing back the other way. They swing it out to Garcia on the left wing. He's going to dribble drive, jump stops in the lane, kicks it out to Blevins. Blevins with the ball near the top of the key, kicks it back out to Garcia. Garcia's going to reset it. Coach calling a new offense. They reset, and here they go. Blevins with the ball in the right wing, drops it into Gomez. Gomez looking for Thompson. Thompson has it in the mid area. He's going to dribble back out. It looks like they're going to try to reset again, and Thompson cuts through the middle. He got away with a good double dribble there. He was going to pick it up and pass it, then changed his mind, dribbled, missed the shot anyway. Here comes NMMI the other way, and they're going to call a travel. That looked like number 3, Ernesto Martinez, for the Colts. So we got a 2-0 ball game, 5:41 remaining in the first quarter. Eunice going to bring it up after the turnover on the Colts. Garcia brings it across the timeline, drops it into Gomez at the free throw line. He's going to dribble handoff to Thompson, who kicks it out to Blevins for 3. And Billy, the kid Blevins, the gunslinger from outside, drops in a 3. And just like that, the Cardinals lead 5-0, and NMMI wants to talk about it. While they talk about it, we'll shout out to some sponsors. Want to thank those sponsors that always take care of us and help us to bring these games to all those folks across New Mexico, family members across the country, and even we've had some military folks in other countries that watch sometimes. Sponsors like Eunice Pump and Supply, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, Eunice Police Department, Parker Energy, BTH Services, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Devon Energy, and the Eunice Health Clinic. So those are the sponsors that make these free broadcasts possible for all of you back home, and we appreciate them. We appreciate No Mark Broadcasting, TJ and Aaron and all the gang down there helping us to bring these games to you back home. Shout out to my daughter Jada Jones. I know she's listening. Her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. New Mexico's leader all-time in steals and assists. I think she turns pink when I say that. Garcia with a steal. Here they come the other way, and he throws up a shot with contact. Garcia going to get the and one. And he'll head to the free throw line. The Cardinals now up 7-0. That and one was brought to you by NMR Pipeline, LLC. Dale Bettis, Stacy Pop, and all the gang down there. We appreciate you. His free throw won't go. NMMI comes away with the rebound, and now we'll head back the other direction in a 7-0 game with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Eunice changes defenses, trying to get a little trap action now, create some tempo. Had a man trapped in the corner. They get it back to Martinez, who swings it back over the top, and then Gomez steps in the passing lane for an interception. Wrong sport, but he got it anyway. Blevins with the ball over on the right wing. He pulls up in traffic, rattles one in, and Billy the Kid Blevins keeps up the gunslinging ways. He's now got 5 points. The Cardinals lead 9-0. Martinez back the other way for NMMI. Number 1 with it out there, that's Hayes. Wonder if he's related to any of the Hayeses in Eunice. They have a military background. Former principal in Eunice, Mr. Hayes. Eunice with the rebound. They kick it back the other way quick. Thompson ends up with it on the give and go between him and Blevins, and Thompson lays it in, and there's 2 more points for the Cardinals. It's 9-0. 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. They swing it out here to number 2. That's Martinez. Back up top to Hayes. Hayes fires it over to another Martinez. He's going to dribble attack, throws up a shot, and they've called a foul on the shot. Officiating crew here today from Hobbs, New Mexico. I recognize these guys, longtime basketball folks from around this area. So Eunice going to have a couple of substitutions as Garcia and Thompson go out. I see Mata and Castro, Hyan Castro and Maddox Mata have come into the game. A couple of youngsters, very athletic, extremely successful on the football field for sure. It's an 11-0 game. There's some discussion going on between the officials and the coaches. I guess they let the subs come in before they shot their first free throw, so they're going to make them come back on the floor. I always thought that was kind of goofy, as one of them goofy rules that basketball has that you got to follow, but it doesn't really make any sense. It's like the guys are already over on the bench. The idea of that rule is to keep the flow going, but when you have to pull them back off the bench and stop everything for 5 minutes, it doesn't make much sense. First free throw is up and no good. That's number 3, Ernesto Martinez, and he splashes the next one through. Ernesto Martinez picks up the first points of the ball game for NMMI. NMMI now in the full court pressure. Hyan Castro swings it over to Mata on the left wing. Mata between the leg, crossover, back over to Castro. Castro looks to reset, set the offense up. Oh, he started to dribble drive, lost control of the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be the Cardinals' first turnover of the game. So Eunice in the half-court pressure at this point. Looks like they're going to match up and get a man. Get a man. Number 2, Martinez. There's a couple of Martinezes on here. We've got a Diego and an Ernesto. So sometimes I sound like I'm saying Martinez to Martinez. And there's a nice little reverse layup, the little spin move off the glass by McCargish. That makes it 3-11. Eunice quickly back the other direction. Mata with the ball out near the wing, crosses over, does a little spin move, breaks his defender's ankles and throws up a floater. Maddox Mata with the crossover ankle breaker and the floater in the paint after it. Always nice to get a floater like that to go after you break somebody's ankles. It's now 13-3. Eunice trying to put that pressure on. There's a long 3 by Ernesto Martinez, and he's got 4 points on the ball game. Scoreboard reads 13-6 here. Eunice struggling with a little bit of the pressure there, and they're going to sail that ball out of bounds. Got a substitution at this time. Billy Blevins going to come off. Number 21, the youngster Elijah Melanson. He's the quarterback for the Eunice football team. He comes in, and now we've got a timeout on the floor. It looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout called by the Colts. With that said, we'll quick shout out to some sponsors again: Eunice Pump and Supply and MR Pipeline, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, the Eunice Police Department and Chief Arcidas, Parker Energy, Brett and Penny. We got the Keekster was up here a while ago. Don't know where she went, but she's here with us as well. BTH Services. We got Miss Haller playing on the team again. She's been out for a while. We finally got her back. She had 10 boards yesterday in the girls' game. So shout out to Chad and the BTH gang. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Davises and the Myers family. Devon Energy, my son-in-law Bryce Jenkins works for Devon. So does Mr. Dean. I appreciate you. The Dean family, great folks in Eunice. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves and all the staff down there, we appreciate all that you do keeping us healthy. So after the timeout, both teams are returning to the court. Eunice now in some three-quarter court pressure of their own. Scores 13-6, 2:40 remaining here in the first quarter. A long full court pass from the Institute. Shot goes up, no good, and here comes Eunice across the timeline back the other way. They get it over to Castro at the top of the key. He's going to dribble through to that left side. NMMI's now matched up in a little matchup zone. Castro gonna pull for the deep three, and he drops it in. That makes it 16-6 on the Hyan Castro NBA three-pointer. NMMI quickly back the other direction. Martinez with the ball at the top of the key. Swings it cross court to Conchola. He swings it out. It almost goes out of bounds. Martinez Back to him. He's going to take a deep three. It's no good. Hyan Castro comes away with the rebound. There's a pickpocket by Martinez, and he's going to lay it in for 2. And that's 6 points for Martinez. That's Ernesto Martinez, and now Nimi pulls the pressure back a little bit. Castro with the ball over the top of the key, swings it over to Gomez. Gomez tries to going in there as he's going in. Bodies crash to the floor. A foul called. I think he said 1-5, which would be Lackey. So that's a foul on Lackey, his first. Kevin Garcia on our team's already got 2, I just noticed up on the board. They're trying to get the ball in, struggle around. Gomez comes away with it in a scramble. A shot goes up, it's no good. And here comes Lackey back the other way. That pass floats down to the block. They kick it back out. Ends up in the hands of Martinez, who takes another deep three, and he splashes another one home. And they better figure out where Martinez is. He's already got 9 points on the ball game on 2 threes, a bucket, and one. So it's 16-11, 1 minute to go here in quarter number 1. Hyan Castro picks up his dribble out on the right side, swings it to Gomez. Gomez directing traffic, trying to get folks to move out the way. Now he's going to drop it into the other Gomez. Gomez to Gomez connection. They get stuck. They kick it back out to Castro, who tries the James Harden step back. It won't go, but a beautiful rebound and put back there by Melanson. Young Melanson gets 2 points on the board. It's 18-11, 35 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Martinez with the ball near the top of the key. He gets the screen from Romero, then kicks it out here to Chancola or Canchola, something like that. I'm butchering that name, I know. And around the back pass, look like the Harlem Globetrotters. The shot is up and no good. And here comes Mata the other direction. Martinez hustles in from behind and ties the ball up. And the ball's going to go back over to the Colts. The Eunice girls, just a reminder for everyone, the Eunice girls and the Jal Panther girls will play as soon as this game's over. I think we're in for a barn burner there. Eunice girls look like they're headed over to the locker room, probably going to get dressed, do a little halftime shooting during this game. So we're getting ready to get started here again, or resume play. 15 seconds on the clock in quarter number 1. 18-11, your Eunice Cardinals in the lead. Martinez off the screen. He's dribble driving, then he kicks it back out to Romero. Romero with the dribble drive, looking for somewhere to go with it. Buzzer's about to go off, and it does. And at the end of 1, the score is 18, Eunice, 11, New Mexico Military Institute. Shout out to some sponsors: Eunice Pump and Supply, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, Eunice Police Department, Parker Energy, BTH Services, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Devon Energy, and the Eunice Health Clinic. Once again, we've got that girls game coming up next. The Eunice girls have won both their games here in this Panther Invitational. They have this set up more as like a round-robin bracket, or instead of a normal bracket-style tournament. But I would guess that if you were talking tournament champs, it would have to be this game, as Jal won both their games on their side, Eunice won both their games on their side, and they're scheduled to meet tonight in the co-main event of the evening. And we may have to get ready to rumble like credit to the Buffers, especially depending on the officiating crew, as some of these crews have definitely let them play. Not saying it was one-sided one way or the other, but some of these crews have a mentality of let them get it on. And if that's the case, it could be a rough one here a little bit later. So getting ready to start quarter number 2. The score is 18-11, Eunice in the lead over the New Mexico Military Institute Colts. I believe they're the Colts. The college group, I think, is the Broncos or something, but when you're little and you're still in high school, you're a Colt over there. Blevins with the ball for the deep three. It goes off the front of the rim short. Nimi with the quick rebound, and here they come the other way. This is Griego. He's going to kick it over to the wing to another Martinez, who drops it down low to number 12, McCargish, who lays it in for 2 points for the Institute. NMMI picking up half-court man defense. It's 18-13. Eunice in the lead. They give the ball down low to Calvillo, who throws up a nice shot. That's Jose Calvillo who throws it up off the glass. That makes it 20-13. Eunice leads by 7, 7-11. Time for a big gulp on the clock here for the first half. Griego throws it. They skip it cross court to 15. That's Lackey. He thought about the shot, then pulls it back out, and this time he's going to pull, and he does. He shoots for three, and Lackey gets the three-point basket for the Colts. It's 20-16. A quick three-pointer back the other way by Blevins. Rebound by Gomez. That's Jorge Gomez. He's looking down low. He gets it to Calvillo. Calvillo with a little spin move, fade away. Nice rebound by Garcia. His putback goes up, and he gets hacked on the arm, and he's going to go to the free throw line. That foul called on number 4, Griego. I believe that's going to be his first foul. So Kevin Garcia will go to the free throw line for the Eunice Cardinals, the junior. So he heads to the free throw line. 6:43 remaining here in the first half. His first free throw splashes through. Kevin Garcia now has 3 points in the ball game. It's 21-16. Some substitutions. One Gomez comes out. Looks like Thompson came back in for the Cardinals. That next shot is up, and it is no good. NMMI going to hustle down for the rebound. They pick it up, and here they come the other direction. They kick it out to the right side. That's 13. That was Romero, who gives it back up top to Lackey. Lackey back to Romero. They skip it down low and then kick it out to the corner. That three is up and no good. That was Hayes. Thompson comes away with the rebound, and he's going to outrun the pack, and he's going to lay it in for his 6th point of the ball game. 6:11 remaining here in the first half. Ashton Thompson showing that Nick Thompson speed. Martinez now on the take. His shot is no good. So the ball up at the top of the key by Diego Martinez for the Institute. Swings it over to 15. That's Lackey. Lackey's already got 3 points on a deep three here earlier in the first half. They swing it out wide to Diego Martinez, who drops it back to Hayes. Hayes looks to the corner. Back to Martinez, back to Hayes. Hayes going to shoot the deep three. It won't go. Thompson with the big rebound. And here comes Ashton Thompson turning on the afterburners, and now he's going to shut them down. He's going to hit the brakes. They'll fly right by, my Top Gun reference. And now we slowed it down. They get it inside to Calvillo. Calvillo with a spin move, kick out to Garcia. Garcia with a jump stop in the paint, throws up a shot, won't go, but the shortest man on the floor gets his rebound. Kick it back out to Thompson, who throws it over to Gomez. Gomez with the dribble drive, and they're going to call Calvillo for 3 seconds in the lane, so the ball will go back over to the Colts. The Colts in black here with red numbering and letters. The Eunice Cardinals in the white with the red and black numbers and letters. It's 23-16, 5:09 remaining here in the first half. Eunice in that three-quarter court pressure here, it looks like maybe a 2-2-1. So here comes the Institute. They get it in. They're attacking that pressure. Ball gets bounced over into the corner. That's Martinez. Diego swings it cross court to Griego. And now Martinez has got it back. They swing it into the corner. A little jump stop through the middle. I thought he traveled. No call. Number 12, McCargish swings it back out to 13. Romero, his three is no good. The big rebound by Jorge Gomez. He gets it to Blevins. Blevins looking to push. He swings it over to the right side to Thompson. Thompson on the attack, throws up a floater. It won't go, but who's got the rebound but the biggest guy on the court, and that's Garcia. The miss put back, and here they come the other way, and Gomez with a big man block from behind. And we'll have some substitutions here on the dead ball. 4:24 remaining in the first half. It's 23-16. The NMMI coach not happy about something. He's screaming at somebody. 4:24 on the clock. They swing it up top to Hayes. That's Martinez. He takes a deep three. Jorge Gomez with the big rebound. And then we threw it long, and it gets deflected out of bounds. So I don't think the clock ran there. I said 4:13, the last dead ball, and it's still 4:13 when I look up there. So I think the clock didn't run for the last little bit. But anyway, 4:12 now on the clock, 23-16, Eunice in the lead. Garcia with the ball, crosses over. He's going to dribble drive attack, tries to drop it into Gomez. Gomez fighting for it down there as everybody's fighting for it. Oh, and there's a steal by Brother Gomez, and he's going to throw up a shot and get the and one. And that's number 23, Luis Gomez, who gets those 2 quick points, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot another. Number 15, Lackey, waiting at the scorer's table, trying to get in, and Luis Gomez drops that one in. He's now got 3 points. It's 26-16, 10-point ball game, just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. They get the ball into Hayes. Hayes swings it back to Martinez. Martinez trying to dribble drive attack, and he has his pocket picked by Thompson. Thompson all over the floor trying to get it. Martinez on the floor. We got bodies everywhere, the whistle blown, and it's going to be Eunice basketball. So Eunice will have the ball over at the old 28-foot mark. Waiting on the officials to give them the ball so they can get going. Here they go. They've got it. 3:47, and the clock is ticking. Thompson going to dribble drive through the paint. Drops a nice pass into a cutting Gomez, and that is Jorge Gomez who's going to get the and one. So a while ago we had Brother Gomez. This time we got Jorge Gomez with the and one. It's 28-16, and Jorge will go to the free throw line. I'm going to eat me a Reese's cup, so if you hear a little smacking, my apologies. And he splashes in the free throw. Probably not good for my diet, but I kind of like them. All right, so here comes Martinez. He swings it over to the left side. I can't pronounce that guy's name, but Hayes has it now, and he throws it right to Thompson. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, Thompson's on our team. Blevins with a deep three, and Billy the Kid Blevins has now got 2 threes to go along with the bucket here, and he splashed that one through so hard it hung the net up. So Eunice in the full court pressure again. NMMI throws it long, and they're going to pick up 2 points. .29. Running that little wheel through the middle. Hand off to Thompson. Thompson shots up, it won't go. NMMI with the rebound. Martinez trapped in the corner. He throws it toward the timeline, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. And Eunice is going to quickly get the ball back on the turnover. The scoreboard has been updated. It shows 32-18. I don't know if I didn't keep up with it or if I was eating too many Reese's Cups or what was happening, but I'll catch it up right now. 32-18, 2:47 here in quarter number 2. Thompson with the ball, steps on the Panther as he comes through the middle, a good place to step. He's got good traction there. Oh, and he drops a dime pass there into Gomez, who throws it down. It's 5, that's 5 points for Gomez. There's a timeout on the floor by NMMI. 2:30 remaining here in the first half. It's 34-18 on the big board. Shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, Outlaw Grill, the Eunice Police Department, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, and Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. Once again, I keep mentioning it. Coming up after this game, we've got the Eunice versus Jow girls game. It's going to be fireworks, I believe. Should be a good one, that's for sure. Eunice won both their games in this tournament coming into tonight. Jow won both their games in this tournament coming into tonight. And of course, as we all know, anytime you have Eunice and Jow in anything, it could be checkers or chess, it's always going to be exciting. 2 blue-collar, oil-filled communities that have built their nests about 20 miles from each other and had a long history of playing each other in sports and competing against each other. So the girls basketball is just the next episode of that adventure. 2:30 remains here in the first half. We're in quarter number 2. 34-18 is the score. Ashton Thompson already has 6 points. Billy Blevins with 8 points. Jorge Gomez with 5. Several others on the board. Nemi brings it in. That's Martinez. He's going to throw it cross court. Gomez with a nice steal. Kicks it ahead to brother Gomez. And then they threw it away. The pass was just a little bit too high. Thompson soared high up for it. I almost had it, just couldn't quite bring it in. So Nemi will end up with the ball again. Coach McBee pulls the defense back a little bit. They're in a little half-court trap now. They're going to trap the ball over in the corner, and Garcia comes away with the steal. He flips it ahead, trying to get it up front to Blevins, and then the ball goes off of the Institute, and it's going to be Eunice basketball down in the baseline. So a good steal there by Garcia. There was a good trap by 2 other players. The ball handler was trying to do something with it, and Garcia snuck in there and poked it away. Got a sub at the bench. That's Lackey coming in, number 22, Canchola. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but that's what I have here, C-A-N-C-H-O-L-A, Canchola. 2:06 on the clock. Eunice to throw it in. They get it into Blevins. He pulls from deep 3. It won't go. There's a hustle for the rebound. That was Garcia with a great hustle. And then the ball gets deflected down low. And it looked like some Harlem Globetrotter action there for a minute. That ball is a shot by Thompson. Doesn't go. Ball bouncing around all over everywhere. Garcia going to reset the offense. Dribble over to that right corner. Now he's looking down low, trying to get a little post-entry game. Gomez back to Garcia. Garcia with the dribble drive attack. He throws up a floater. It won't go. And they're going to call Garcia for the reach-in foul. 1:32 remaining here in half number 1 of this Eunice, New Mexico Military Institute game. Eunice going to send in a whole new 5. So 5 new subs come in for the Cardinals. We've got number 5 out there. That's Jacob Ortega. We've got Mata. We've got Elijah Melanson. We've got Calvillo, trying to see who some of those others are out there. Maybe Isaiah Hernandez. Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound there by Melanson. Melanson kicks it out to Mata, and here comes Mata the other way. He's going to try to cross it up in traffic. Now he pulls it back out, swings it over to Ortega on the right side. Calvillo with a little dribble drive attack. There's a wrestling match going down low. Shot up by number 14, Mata. It's no good. Melanson with a big save. Kicks it back over, and then it's picked there, and they head the other way. That was Isaiah Hernandez. And then a lay-in by number 3. That's Ernesto Martinez. That young man's got 9, 10, 12 points so far this ball game. So they swing it over to Ortega. Ortega looking for Calvillo. They got the little wheel action going in. They hand off to Mata. Mata with a deep 3. It goes off the rim, headed toward the out-of-bounds line, and it is going to soar out. So with 27 seconds here are remaining here in the first half, it's 34-20. Nemi to bring the ball up. The only person pressuring is Mata. Little pick and roll action on the left wing. They're going to dribble drive over to the right side. That's Griego. Griego kicks it back to Martinez. They're going to call him for the travel. The score's 34-20. 15 seconds on the clock, and the Eunice Cardinals will have it right in front of their bench, needing to go 3/4 of the length of the court to get off a shot here in this last 15. They get it into Mata. Mata's directing traffic out there like the floor general. He's looking to attack. Dribbles through the right side, hands it over. It comes back to Melanson, now in the hands of Ortega, who gets it back to Calvillo. Calvillo with a double clutch. They tried to tip it back in. It won't go. And at the end of the first half, it's Eunice 34, New Mexico Military Institute 20. Quick shout out to some sponsors. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, Outlaw Grill, Eunice Police Department, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, and Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. You're listening to Eunice Cardinal Sports on the No Mark Broadcasting's network. You can watch and listen at Eunice Sports YouTube page or at hobbsamerica.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our sponsors. We'll be back for the second half shortly.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Police Department is a proud supporter of the youth of Eunice. Eunice Police Department encourages teamwork and getting involved in the community, whether it's sports, cheer, or just being a great student. The Eunice Police Department stands by their town motto of friendly people, proud town, and they're definitely proud to serve the city of Eunice and proud to sponsor Lee County athletics and academics. The Eunice Police Department says, "Go Cardinals!" The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
Are you nervous about Thanksgiving dinner? With all this chaos in the world, take a step back and leave the cooking to Outlaw. Call 392-2012 and pre-order your ham or turkey, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, stuffing, pecan or pumpkin pie, cranberry sauce, rolls, and so much more. Pickup or delivery is available. Call Outlaw now, 392-2012, and pre-order. Outlaw Grill wishes you a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Jow, New Mexico, as the Eunice Cardinals are playing as the home team here in the Panther Invitational Tournament against the New Mexico Military Institute Colts. I'm Jimmy Jones. Got Marty Rodriguez sitting alongside me. He's operating the camera as Charlie and Resendo were unable to make it, so we're trying to bring you this game live for those of you that couldn't make it here today. In the first half, the Eunice Cardinals 34, New Mexico Military Institute 20. Ashton Thompson with 6 points for the Cardinals. Billy Blevins with 8 points. Jorge Gomez with 5. Several others with 2 or 3 points. Definitely balanced scoring for the Cardinals. Ernesto Martinez leads all scorers. That young man's got 9, 10, 12 points. Also got 6 by number 12, McCargish. So here comes the second half. The Institute throws it in, brings it up near the top of the key. That's Ernesto Martinez, number 3. He's their big scorer. They kick it out to number 4, Griego, who drops it in for a long 2. And so here comes Eunice quickly back the other way. Ashton Thompson with the ball, trying to get the offense set up. He's directing traffic. Now he's going to attack. He throws up a floater, and I believe he's going to get an and one out of that deal. Official calls that foul, so that'll send him to the free throw line for the opportunity at a three-point play here. It's now 36-22. And Thompson's free throw won't go. NMMI comes away with the rebound. They're going to just jog it up the floor nice and smooth. That's Martinez with the ball. He dribbles over, hands off on that left side to Griego. They throw it back through the middle to Romero, who runs through, does a little double clutch action and lays it in. 4 quick points for the Institute here to start the half. 36-24, we got a 12-point ball game. Kevin Garcia with a crossover, tries to drop it down to Gomez. It gets deflected out of bounds. Once again, 7:06 on the clock. 36-24 is the score. Eunice to throw the ball in on the baseline. Garcia getting ready to throw it in, trying to find a spot to throw it into. He tried to throw it in over the top to Gomez. I think Gomez thought he was throwing it out to the corner. One way or the other, some miscommunication. The ball soars into the JAL student section. So a turnover on the Cardinals. That'll send the ball back over to the Institute, who pushes it up quickly. Ooh, there was a travel. That was number 4, Griego. So Eunice will get the ball back. They just trade turnovers. Got a substitution. That's going to be Hayes coming in for Griego for the Colts. The Colts applying that full court pressure now. Looks like they're in a full court man. They get it up top to Blevins, who gives it back to Thompson, and the Institute Colts back off their defensive pressure. Now they're in the half-court man. Thompson with the ball, gives it to Gomez. They hand off right back to him. He gives it to the Brother Gomez. Brother Gomez attacks, kicks it over to Brother Gomez. Thompson with a deep 3. It won't go. Ball gets battled around and comes down in the hands of Romero for the Institute. Martinez quickly pushes it up the floor, ends up in the hands of Hayes, and a nice defensive play there by Jorge Gomez. Ball gets deflected out of bounds. 6:26 on the clock here in quarter number 3. NMMI struggling to get it in. They finally do. And now they swing it all the way up top to Hayes to reset. Romero with the ball, gets in that triple threat position, rips through a couple times, hands off to Martinez. Martinez quickly attacks. He's going to throw up a spin move layup. That looked like kind of a mini Martinez version of Dr. J there. That young man now's got himself a heck of a ball game in points. Garcia attacking, throws up a layup. It won't go. Blevins tried to get the rebound and put back, has it deflected. Gomez tries to steal at the other end as they were coming back quickly. They kick it out to Martinez. Martinez with a step back pass, and it's swinging it all the way to the left side. Back to Hayes. Hayes kicks it to Martinez. Martinez with a deep 3. It won't go. Rebounded by Gomez. Garcia skips it cross court to Thompson. Thompson going to go up through the middle, floats it in for 2, and Ashton Thompson, making like Nick, drops it in for 2 more. 38-26, 5:25 on the clock here in the quarter number 3. Swinging out to the left side, that's Hayes. Back up to Martinez. Martinez looking to dribble drive, kicks it out to Hayes. Hayes thought about the 3, and they're going to call him for the travel. That'll be a turnover on the Colts. Multiple substitutions coming in at this time. 38-26, 5:12 on the clock. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Not sure who called it, but somebody definitely called it. Got a couple of messages here. Just trying to check them and see what folks were thinking out there. Shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline, Outlaw Grill, Eunice Police Department, Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, and Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. So after the timeout, both sides starting to head out onto the floor again. Trying to get my little scoreboard app started back up. There we go. 5:12 remaining here in quarter three. The Cardinals throw it in. Thompson ends up with it. He steps on the Panther eyes. He comes across half court. Garcia with the ball in the right wing, kicks it over to Blevins at the top of the key. His dribble drive, he's going to throw up a shot. It won't go. Garcia down low battling for the rebound. He's a battler, but he sometimes picks up those little fouls down low like that. That's 4 fouls. That's 4 fouls they've got on the board for Garcia here early in the third quarter. Eunice trying to put the pressure on the defensive side. Little step through. I thought he traveled. Little shuffling of the feet on the travel there. They called an and one, so that'll send 15 Lackey to the free throw line. It's a 10-point ball game here, 38-28. Got Garcia coming out, Maddox Mata coming in. Got an Emmy Lujan spotting, or siding. He's got a cookie in each hand. You know it's a good day when Emmy's got a cookie in each hand. He's taking a bite out, and he wasn't just eating on one and then going to eat the other. He's taking a bite out of one and taking a bite out of the other in the opposite hands. So that free throw went through for Lackey. That makes it a 9-point ball game, 38-29. Eunice comes back quickly the other way, almost has it knocked away. Mata's going to pull for deep three, and Maddox Mata splashes one home from way downtown. A young man with a pretty looking shot right there. 4:25 on the clock here in the third. Eunice trying to apply the pressure. They do. Thompson comes away with the steal. He's going to lay one up, and it won't go. Gomez with the rebound, tried to get the putback. They're going to call the foul. That'll send Gomez to the line. Thompson had a really nice steal, and then the run-out layup. He got up high up there toward the rim, and he kind of just, when he tried the finger roll, he kind of set the ball right on that flat piece on the back of the rim, so it just kind of sat there and rolled off to the other side real slow. He's out there rubbing his head thinking, dang it, I should like to have that one back. Isn't it George Strait that sings that? I'd like to have that one back. He'd like to have that one back, and then Nimmy throws the ball away. So Gomez makes one. That's 6 points so far for Jorge Gomez. 42-29 is the ball game. 4:13, we're halfway through quarter number 3. Thompson throws it into Blevins. Blevins tries to drop it down to Gomez, and that's big 2-1. Kalua Ulu steps in front of him and picks that ball off. Number 15 drives through, kicks it out into the corner to 2-2. 2-2's three is up and no good. Maddox Mata comes away with the rebound, drops it off to Thompson. Thompson thought he was fouled. No call there as he was going up, and here comes Nimmy back the other way. I thought he was fouled too. 3:40 in the third. 42-29. Shot is up. It won't go. Oh, wow. Eunice got a rebound standing out of bounds and then threw it over to their player, and there was no call, so Eunice is like, all right, we'll keep going. 3:20 here on the clock. Thompson lays that one in traffic. He made up for that one that he missed a while ago. It's 44-29. That's 12 points for Thompson. Trying to add up some of these scores here to where I'd know who had what on both sides. While I was doing that, Nimmy threw the ball out of bounds, and they're going to have multiple subs coming to the table. So it's going to be Eunice ball. They're going to have the ball about three-quarter court. They're going to throw it in over on the side. They do. They throw it into Thompson. Thompson going to walk it over. He's going to step right on the chin of that Panther. Now he's going to stand on the eye and jump up and down a little bit right there where Jal Panther's at. Oh, and they're going to call him for a travel. That dang Panther tripped him up a little bit. 2:50 on the clock here in the third quarter. It's 44-29. And Nimmy comes back with it the other way. 2:42 on the clock. That's number 4, Griego. He's going to float through the middle, throws up a shot, it won't go. Billy Blevins with a sky rebound there, and he's quickly pushing it back the other way. Gets it to the top of the key, picks up his dribble, throws it over to Mata. Mata swings it back to Thompson. Thompson's going to set it up and look around a little bit. He's surveying the landscape, throws up a step-back floater, and Thompson has 14 points. It's 46-29, Eunice in the lead. 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. Nemi brings it across the timeline. Eunice still trying to run that little trap defense. Doing a good job with it here today. Oh, a nice pass there from the Institute. That was number 12, McCargish, who dropped it over to Romero. And they pick up 2 more. It's 46-31. Thompson tries the crossover, goes between his legs. Little step back, slow down, hesitation, and they're going to call him for a travel in the paint. So with 1:43 left on the clock here in quarter number 3, it's 46-31. It's going to be Nemi ball, multiple substitutions. Shout out to some sponsors, Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker, BTH Services and Rental, and Chad Howler. Nemi brings the ball in, throws it in high to Romero. He kicks it out wide to Hayes. Hayes takes a deep 3, it won't go, but Romero has the rebound for the Institute, kicks it back up to Griego. Griego swings it cross court. It ends up back in the hands of Hayes. Hayes rattles one in off the glass. That's the first 2 points of the ball game for Hayes. It's 33-46. Eunice up by 13. They swing it over to Gomez. That's Jorge Gomez on the right wing. Got the little wheel action going through the middle. Billy Blevins going to float through. His shot goes off the glass, spun around the rim like something in a toilet bowl. Would not go in, pop back up. You don't ever want to see anything pop back out of the toilet bowl. But anyway, it's 46-33. Griego with the crossover. He's looking to attack. Flips it out to Diego Martinez. 13 is Romero. He's got the ball up near the top, hands it to Hayes, back over to Griego. Griego with the dribble drive, kicks it out, then they swing it all the way back to Romero. Romero's coming down the middle hard, and his shot is blocked by Billy Blevins. Blevins tried to block the next one, didn't get it, but the ball won't go, and then there's a battle down low between Gomez and several Colts, and the jump arrow is going to be in favor of the Cardinals. So 23 seconds remain here in quarter number 3. Eunice with the lead by 13, 46-33. Multiple subs coming in for the Institute. The Nemi coach is fired up. He's ripping his player a new one. Eunice with the ball. Clock is ticking at 20. They're in that little three-quarter court trap offense or defense for the Colts. The ball gets deflected out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be Eunice ball on the deflection down on the baseline. Billy Blevins to throw it in. Swings it out to Thompson. Thompson with a step-back 3, and he splashes it home. Ashton Thompson with a beautiful little fadeaway 3. Here comes Nemi back the other way real quick. They throw up a shot at the buzzer. It won't go, and the clock is going to reach 0. And just like that, it's 49-33. Eunice in the lead as we've reached the end of the third quarter. So far in this game, we've got 17 points for Ashton Thompson. Billy Blevins with 3.68. Jorge Gomez with 2.46. Hyan Castro with 3. Kevin Garcia with 3. Jose Calvillo with 2. Maddox Mata with 5. Elijah Melanson with 2. Luis Gomez with 3. Over on the other side, Ernesto Martinez has 14. McCargish has 6. Romero has 4. And Lackey has 6. Shout out to some sponsors here as we are in between quarters, getting ready to start quarter number 4. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Police Department, Outlaw Grill, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, and Parker Energy Services. Thank you guys for making the broadcast possible. Thank you to TJ and Aaron, Rosa, and all the staff down there at No Mark Broadcasting for making these free live broadcasts possible. We appreciate you. Thank you to Charlie and Resendo who aren't here today, and a special shout out and thanks to my man from the Hefe Company for sitting down here and running the camera for me, because I can tell you if I had to do that and stats and everything, I'd really be even more a mess than I am. So here we go, start the fourth quarter. NMMI wastes no time, they throw it down low. Shot goes up and it's no good, and here comes Eunice back the other way. That's Thompson with the ball up near the old volleyball line. Kicks it over to Gomez. Gomez looking through on a cutting Mata, who was open for a minute. It's going to be a Gomez to Gomez pass. Got a little congestion there in the middle. Gomez tips it out to Blevins. Blevins going to run through the middle and throws up a prayer, and it goes in. Billy Blevins picks up 2 more. That's 10 points for Blevins. Martinez, he's the big scorer here for NMMI. He's trying to get some space, couldn't find the space. They skip it over into the corner. A high, long 3 goes up, it won't go. A rebound and a putback by Fontes, it won't go. And here comes Blevins back the other way. He's going to attack the basket, throws up a shot, it won't go. NMMI with the rebound, and here they come back the other direction. 51-33, under 7 minutes to go. Around the back, no-look pass. It almost knocks out his own player. NMMI ends up with it again. They're going to drop it down low to 12. That's McCargish. He had 6 points early and hadn't scored much since. There's Martinez with a long shot. That's Ernesto Martinez, and that's 16 points for him here in this ball game. It's 35-51. Eunice brings it across the timeline. Thompson almost stepped on the kitty. They swing it out to Gomez. They throw it down low to Thompson. Thompson trying that old man basketball like I play in the backyard when I'm playing with Ovi. And then he drops off a nice pass over to Gomez. That's Jorge Gomez, who picks up 2 quick ones. Nice pass there from Thompson as he was doing the old man back down basketball game like I do to Ovi in the driveway when I'm whooping on him. He backed the man down, and as the defense came to him, he just dropped a little no-look pass over into the middle for 2 quick points. It's 53-35. Once again, right after this broadcast, we'll be bringing you the Eunice girls versus the Jow girls. It ought to be a barn burner. Depending on the style that is allowed to be played, which that type of tempo is controlled by the officials, it could be an extremely rough one. Or it could be a real pretty one. Just depends on what we got going on here. So both teams heading back out on the court. We got 6:09 on the clock, getting ready to restart after this timeout. It's a 53-35 ball game. Quick shout out to some sponsors: Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Devon Energy, Eunice Police Department, Outlaw Grill, NMR Pipeline. Here comes NMMI across the Panther. Almost a pick by Mata. Mata putting some pressure on that defense out there. They get it back to Romero near the top of the key. He swings it over to Martinez, who takes a deep 3. And Martinez, let's see, that's 19 points for Ernesto Martinez. So Eunice brings it back across the timeline. Gomez has got it at the top of the key. He's going to hand off to Hyan Castro. Castro trying to be the floor general and set up the offense. He runs through, drops a nice pass over to Gomez, and then Gomez hits a little fadeaway leaner. Nice looking shot there by Gomez. It's 55-38. Gomez has got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points on the ball game. So they give it back to Romero, who does a little spin move, throws up a shot, it won't go. The big man with the putback. Romero gets his own rebound and a putback, and he's going to pick up 2 points. That's 6 points for Romero. It's a 15-point ball game. Eunice wastes no time coming back the other way. Cross-court skip pass to Ortega, back to Gomez. Gomez thought about the 3, and now he's going to kick it out to Hyan Castro to reset. 4:40 here in the ball game. Gomez with the ball over in the left corner. Thought about the crossover, then kicks it up to Brother Gomez. Brother Gomez, that's Luis, hands off to Castro. Castro kicks out to Jorge Gomez, who drives the lane, throws up a floater, it won't go. And then they're going to So they call number 4, Griego, with the foul there. And then we got a timeout on the floor. So with that timeout, we'll shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, City of Eunice, and Redbird Gas. We got a 4:25 remaining here in this game. 55-40 is the score. And there's slowly people starting to filter in, getting ready for this Eunice Jow girls game, the battle of Southern Lee County. The battle of the 2 undefeated teams here in this tournament. Going to face off here in this next ball game. Could be a barn burner. Just sitting here taking it easy, listening to the coaches and whatnot talk to their teams. NMMI coach got his little dry erase board out. He's drawing all kind of stuff. Eunice coach over there talking, doing lots of, he's making like me, and he's letting them know what they need to do. So with that said, 4:25 remaining here in the ball game. The officials have blown the whistle. They're calling the 2 teams out onto the floor. Got the second horn, and here we go. Maybe. Eunice going to run a little stack play here near the elbow. Got a little space going here. We'll cut different directions. Tried to drop the ball into the middle, and Martinez comes away with the steal. He's going to float it ahead to Hayes. Hayes' shot goes up, and it won't go in. Hayes thought he was fouled. Here comes Eunice back the other direction. He's going to float through the middle, throws up a shot. It won't go. That was Mata. So Martinez brings it across the timeline for NMMI. He's going to pull from deep. His 3 rattles round, won't go in. Gomez with the rebound. They kick it over to Ortega. Under 4 minutes to go. 3:55 and ticking. Castro with the ball up near the top of the key. Little right-handed crossover in and out. Throws up a shot. It won't go. And there's a late whistle. They're going to call a foul, and that'll send Castro to the free throw line. Got a couple of subs at the table. Probably won't let them in until the first free throw's complete. Castro, first free throw goes off the back of the rim, and it's no good. Jose Calvillo enters the ball game. He's got 2 points from in the first half. He's a big man. One of our big linemen on the football team. He's a youngster, too, I believe. I think he's only maybe a sophomore. I don't think he's very old. 55-40. That second shot is up by Castro, and it's good. That's 4 points for Castro. 56-40, so a 16-point ball game. Martinez with a crossover in the attack. He's going to run right through the middle, drops it out to Romero. Romero going to attack through the middle, and he throws up a shot, and he's going to get an and one. That's Romero. He's came alive here in this second half. He's got 8 points. So 56-42. Romero will step to the free throw line. 3:39 left showing on the clock. Here's this clock is stopped for the free throw. That first free throw's up, and it is no good. Soaring high for the rebound is Luis Gomez. He flips it over to Castro. Castro going to stomp right on the top of that Panther's head as he runs across midcourt. Trying to get it out to that left wing. Throws it out there. It's deflected off the hands of Mata. Mata started to cut back door. And then as he popped back out, the defender from the other side jumped right in the passing lane. I think it threw everybody off with that defender jumping out there. And so anyway, it's turnover on the Cardinals. 3:15 on the clock. They swing it cross court, and they end up with the ball back in the hands. Oh, my goodness. There was a rocket of a pass from Romero. Years ago, I was playing in a 3-on-3 Gus Macker basketball tournament, and Bo Langley was playing in the game with Deloyd Landreth. And Deloyd Landreth threw a rocket pass and hit Bo Langley right square in the face. Bo had a big red circle on his face. And Deloyd told Bo, "I thought you gave me the look." And Bo chased him around the Gus Macker parking lot trying to whoop him. It was one of the funniest things ever that we still laugh about to this day. But anyway, that's kind of what that reminded me of. 2:40 on the clock. Eunice with the ball, scores 56-42. High Castro backing it out. Little crossover. He's going to tack through the middle. Kicks it over to Ortega. Ortega has it slapped away by Hayes, but it'll remain Cardinal ball. 4 subs coming in for the Cardinals. They're going to leave Calvillo on the floor. Everybody else comes off. Thompson, Gomez. That's Jorge Gomez, Billy Blevins, and Garcia on the floor for the Cardinals. They throw it up top to Blevins. Blevins with the ball. He's going to back it out. Looks like they're going to try to burn some clock here. Blevins thought about the dribble drive, then flips it up to Thompson. Thompson thought about the dribble drive. Like I said, I think they're just trying to burn some clock here, which would be very wise of them, and they're going to call a foul out near the top on Romero. So let's see here. It doesn't look like either side right now is in any danger of the bonus. Eunice only has 3 fouls called against them this whole half. So Garcia to throw it in here at the timeline. He tries to throw it in and has it stolen away from him. That's Griego, who does a little hezzy and then drops it in for 2. It's a 12-point ball game. Nemi still hustling. Oh, and Thompson dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. It's going to be Nemi basketball. A 12-point game, 2:03 on the clock. Nemi to throw it in over here right in front of their own bench at the old 28-foot mark. They hand it back off to Martinez. Martinez with the dribble drive, then now he pulls it out. Kicks it over to Griego. Griego thought about going through, hands it off to Romero. There was a handoff up near the top. Martinez ends up with it, and they're going to call Blevins for the bump and the push there. So that's 4th foul. There's going to be a sub coming in. That's number 5, Fontes. So Nemi with the ball. They get it back to Martinez. He's their big scorer. He tries to step back, almost loses control of the ball, and now he regains it. They skip it all the way down into the corner, and they save it, and then a drop back pass to Fontes. His shot goes off the glass, won't go in. Calvillo down there rumbling, stumbling, shaking. And it's going to be white ball. So Eunice will get the ball on the jump ball. 56-44, 1:30 on the clock. Garcia throws it right to Martinez, who lays it in for his number 21. 19, 20, yeah, he's got 21 points on the ball game, and it's now a 10-point game, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 1:26 remaining here in the ball game. It's a 10-point game, as Nemi not going away easy, that's for sure. Quick shout out to some sponsors. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and all the gang down there. The Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang. The Eunice Public Schools, Mr. Haynes, Miss Sims, Rosendo, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos, and all the staff. The City of Eunice, Redbird Gas and Bart Parker. NMR Pipeline, LLC, Dale Bettis, Stacy Pop, and all the gang at NMR. Outlaw Grill, Mr. Johnny Robertson, my man Johnny down there at Outlaw. The Eunice Police Department, Casey Arcidas and all his staff. Devon Energy, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, John Dean Davis. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Myers and the Davis family. Thank you guys for all that you do. Both teams headed back out onto the floor. 1:26 remaining here in this ball game. It's gotten really, I guess, competitive the last few minutes, where most of the game Eunice was in the lead fairly comfortable. Nemi in that full court pressure. Thompson with the ball back. They're trying to clear it out and let him dribble. Ball almost went out of bounds. Eunice in trouble. They're trapped over in the corner, and the possession arrow is going to go to Nemi. So Nemi going to get the ball back on the baseline. So Nemi to throw the ball in under their own basket. Gomez, that's Luis Gomez, deflects that pass out of bounds. 1:15 now showing on the clock, 56-46. They throw it in to number 4, that's Griego. Griego swings it over to Martinez. Martinez thought about the step back, gives it back to Griego. Back to Martinez. Martinez dribble drive, kicks it out to Griego, who pulls for 3. His 3 splashes through. It's 56-49 is the score. Thompson trying to attack. Coach screaming for him to hold it and run some clock. Garcia thought about a dribble drive attack, kicks it over to the corner. Back to Blevins up top. Blevins got a little pressure on him. And they're going to call him for a double dribble, and that's going to be another turnover on the Cardinals. And with 41 seconds, we got a 7-point ball game, and now NMMI going to get the ball back. I think the Eunice coach's hair is going to fall out pretty soon. He's over there grabbing his head, and he is not happy. 7-point ball game, 40 seconds to go. Martinez with the ball. He's got 21 points on the game. Gives it to Griego. Back to Martinez. Martinez with the spin move, kicks it back to Griego. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Eunice Cardinal basketball. So 30 seconds to go. See if Eunice can either maintain possession or at least get some free throws out of this deal. Got to force them to foul you or something. So they lob it into Thompson. Thompson trying to dribble drive, almost got trapped, reverses course, goes the other way. Here comes the trap. He gets it over to Garcia. Garcia going to have to do the same thing. Flips it over to Thompson. They go back the other way. Gomez back to Garcia. Garcia over to Thompson. 10 seconds. Going to let this clock run now. Blevins cross-court pass to Garcia. Garcia going to pull for 3. It won't go. And the final buzzer's going to go off, and at the end of this ball game, it's Eunice 56, NMMI 49. So the Eunice Cardinals pull out the win here today. For the Cardinals, I believe that puts them at, I think they're now 6-4 on the season. I think that win put them at 6-4. I'm not 100% certain. I think that's 6-4 for the season. For the game here today, Ashton Thompson with 17 points. Kevin Garcia with 3, Hyan Castro with 4, Jose Calvillo with 2, Maddox Mata with 5, Billy Blevins with 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Elijah Melanson with 2, Luis Gomez with 2, 3, Jorge Gomez with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And so then on the other side, Ernesto Martinez led all scorers with 21 points. Romero had 8. McCargish had 6. Lackey also had 6. Griego had, 5, 6, 7. So 7 points. So that's the story here as your Eunice Cardinals come up victorious in the first game of our doubleheader for today. The next game that we have will be the Eunice girls facing off against Jal. We'll be back here in a few minutes to give you a little bit of play-by-play in that. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. And just a reminder, that game that's coming up will be live here on this same channel. We'll use the same link. I don't believe, I may be wrong, I was going to say I don't believe that we will have a new link for that, but I'll check that out. I'll let you know here shortly. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Marty Rodriguez, who's operating the camera for us today. Charlie and Rosendo are away. I apologize for a little bit of a delay in our start today, as I wasn't sure if our link would be on the Game That Just Happens link or if it would be on a different link, but it looks like it's on a different link. So those of you that have been able to catch us on this one might tell your friends, family, post online, whatever, that we're on the Lee County, New Mexico Eunice Girls versus Jow Girls link, not the usual Eunice Sports link. So my apologies for that. With that said, we're getting ready to get started. I had all my notes and everything written, and I have put them somewhere, and I have no idea. So I'm just going to do my best to wing it. Eunice comes into this game right at 500. They picked up 2 wins here in this tournament. 1 win against a tough Hobbs JV team and a win against Loving last night. Chloe Jones has been the leading scorer in the last 3 games for the Eunice Cardinals. She's picked up a couple of games with 19 and 20. The normal leading scorer for this team, Alina Rodriguez, still in full swing like she always is. She's had several games of 14, 16 points, and she'll be out here the sharp shooting 3-point shooter for the Lady Cardinals. She's now got 93 pointers on her career sports. Some other high notes for this Lady Cardinal team: Alondra Maureen and Kenna McBee have both kind of split scoring duties the last couple of days, having big games for the Eunice Cardinals. Aubrey Howler is back on this Eunice team after a shoulder surgery this summer sidelined her for much of the season. She had her first game back the last couple of days. She's still trying to get in basketball shape, but yesterday she had 10 rebounds in that game, and you can see glimpses of the Aubrey Howler we've been expecting prior to that injury. Samantha Allen is a newcomer to this team, hadn't really ever played basketball, decided to play this year. She's long, probably 5'10", 5'11", athletic, a rebounding machine, and she's a hustler. You can see it in her. She just hasn't played a whole lot of basketball, but she's athletic, comes from a great family, and man, she gives it all she's got out there, and she's a difference maker for this Eunice Cardinal team. Jasmine Martinez is another one that's been doing great things for the Cardinals. She's just kind of one of those kids that always makes things happen. She's always got a hand in the passing lane, always grabbing a rebound, happens to be wide open under the basket a lot, catches passes and finishes, plays good defense, just does a lot of good things for the Eunice Lady Cardinals. And I'm sure I'm missing some others, but overall for the season, they're 50-50 on the season and setting at 500 as we're getting ready to enter the second portion of the season. The Eunice Cardinals have not played any home games. They are the only group in Lee County that has not played a home game yet, and they'll finally get to play a home game this next week versus Tularosa, I believe. For Jow, they come into this game, up until this tournament, really appeared to be struggling. I know they've played some tough teams. I think the record that I had, and like I said, all my notes have went away, but I think they're like 4 and or maybe 3 and 6 or 3 and 8 or something like that on the season. And my apologies, I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. I had their scoring averages and who was doing what on my notes, and my notes, their notes, they're all missing. So once again, my apologies. Haley Edwards is their kind of their floor general, does a lot of things for them. She's number 1. She's a go-getter. She's a rough, tough, physical player, handles the ball a lot, kind of their leader on defense. Julissa Hernandez, another great player for them. She'll knock down the open shots, also handles the ball a lot for them, does a lot of good things for them. And then they've got number 12, Nunez, who's plays the post for them, and man, she's a wrecking ball down in the paint, does a lot of good things, crashes the glass, blocks shots, gets rebounds, all the things that you want your post to do. She does that and then some. So the Panthers have got a new coach in Coach John Shellman. Coach Shellman, they also call him Coach P. I don't know where Shellman and P come from, but anyway, that's what they call him. I have known Coach P for probably 20 years. He coached in the travel basketball circuit in West Texas. For those of you that know me, most of you realize that's kind of where I got my basketball start. I was coaching travel ball in Hobbs, and we played in all of those West Texas tournaments and leagues. And so I ran into Coach P many times through the years, always got along good with him. I know he was always really involved. His former spouse, I believe, was also a high school coach in Texas when I was coaching the Eunice Cardinal girls, and we used to go play in some of those summer leagues over in Hobbs, and their teams would be over there. So I've known him for many years. Just one little note for all of y'all listening, just so that he knows, I don't think he's ever beat me once. So I look to keep that today, as I consider myself a Eunice Cardinal, and I don't intend to turn that baton over to him here today as a Eunice Cardinal parent and fan and announcer. So just another little tidbit of information. I know that some of our girls have been a little frustrated with some of the things that I think there's been some comments, a little Eunice Jowl back and forth, and some comments that Coach P didn't think our team was as strong this year, and that his new style was going to take it to us. So I guess we'll see if that happens here pretty soon. I know there's a little more gunpowder floating around this room as far as the mindsets and the intensity. The bleachers are filling up as we're speaking. I think there's more people over here on the Eunice side than there is over on the Jowl side. But I think we're in for a heck of a ball game here today. There could be some fireworks for sure. They've got a 3 official officiating crew here today. Some guys that I've known that have been involved in the game for many years. Here's my take. If they call the game closely, I think Eunice has got more than enough to be successful here today. If the game is allowed to be very physical and rough, then Jowl's got more than enough to win the ball game. I mean, they are a very physical team. It's kind of their style. You go back to football this year. Jowl played more of a physical style in football. Eunice was more of a finesse type team, speed, athleticism, quickness, spread offense. Jowl was more of a power football up the middle type of team. Well, in basketball, when you have those two type of teams collide, a lot of what happens depends on the way the officials call the game. If they call it tight, then I think Eunice has the definite advantage. If they let them play, then I would guess Jowl probably, it might be the advantage for them. So anyway, should be an interesting game here today. Once again, we're getting ready to get started here in Jowl. The Eunice Lady Cardinals on the road in the co-main event of the Jowl Panther Invitational, as they will be facing off against the Jowl Lady Panthers. Quick shout out to some sponsors: Eunice Pump and Supply, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Redbird Gas, the Eunice Police Department, Parker Energy, BTH Services, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Devon Energy, and the Eunice Health Clinic. I know that the way they've set this up on the link, they probably set the link up to allow the Jowl link to meet and the Eunice link to meet. But I didn't get a list of Jowl sponsors. I'm sure it's the City of Jowl and the Jowl Public Schools, and I would bet you that